Welcome to Rocket Stadium for varsity soccer. Rockets down 3-0 at halftime against the Valley Center Hornets. Valley Center has dominated the Rockets thus far in the game for the first half. So we'll see how the Rockets do in the second half. Special thanks to our crew for keeping the game going. I'm glad I could be here for the second half. Rockets down 3-0. This is the last game of the regular season for the Rockets. This game has very little to no effect on their postseason bracket and what they'll look like in the postseason. Valley Center is not 4A, but it is a good tune-up. As we said a couple times, the Rockets in their league have not had as much defensive challenge as maybe they would want. So this will be a good game to test their heart. They're down by 3 going into the second half. As soon as we have a post-game schedule, we will intend to broadcast those games as far as we can. Rockets are number 1 seed, so every game they play, they'll be home, with the exception of the state championship game, which is played at Stryker. We will not be broadcasting that. That'll be carried by NHS. Valley Center Hornets are ranked in the top 20 statewide all classes soccer, as are the Rockets. Rockets fell to Andover last week, another top-rated school. They did beat Classical School fairly handily last week. And so here we go. For those of you that are YouTube subscribers, later on tonight we'll have the middle school choir concert. It'll stream later on. It was done live about an hour and a half ago, and that's where I was at getting that taken care of. So a lot of content going on YouTube for the Rocket Nation to watch. And we'll get started in the second half here. Rockets down 3-0. Rockets are in the red uniforms, moving left to right. The Hornets are in the white uniforms, moving right to left. Hornets will get the ball to start the second half. General feel for the first half was that the Hornets kept the ball on the Rockets side of the field a better part of the game. So we'll see what the Rockets can do to fix those issues. Even against Andover, you never felt like the Rockets were out of the game. But this game, 3-0, there's a feeling that the Rockets may or not be as competitive as they've been in the past. They get the ball all the way down to the Hornets' net, out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for the Hornets. A little bit of lightning off in the distance. We should be good for the rest of this game. If our sound is a little bit different from usual or our video, it's because we have split our system so we could broadcast 2 events tonight. And as I said earlier, that'll be the middle school choir under the direction of Marty King. And assuming YouTube has no pause, you'll especially want to catch the end of it for a middle school choir 8th grade rendition of Crazy Train in honor of Ozzy Osbourne. So having a good time there. Hornets pushing the ball down to the Rockets side. Quite a bit of hand usage there. Rockets will get the ball on the throw in. Rockets down by 3 to start this second half. 3 goals does not seem like a lot, but it is a fairly major margin. So the goal probably for this half Well, of course, we would look for the comeback is going to be to put solid possession together and play what, again, I was not here, but many people are saying was maybe not as competitive in the first half as they were hoping for. So we'll see how the Rockets do here. Rockets are at their best on offense when they have multiple passes and are working together. This will be a defensive challenge that they have not had yet this year, so we'll see how they do. Major difference between first and second half will be the downplay of camera work. Thank you to our crew. Took care of us in the first half. Rockets getting a little possession, going down to the field on the far side, out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Hornets. Postseason tournament schedule should be out sooner rather than later once regular season is over. Rockets projected to be number 1 seed. Their first round should be next week. Again, if you do a search, you may find the schedule's already out. Cross pass to the other side. Hornets have clogged the middle and took care of that. Brady Liebel's got a little bit of space, looking to create. Left footer. Tries to curve it in, gets it just off the top of the goal. I think they're saying may have hit the football goal. Be a goal kick for the Hornets either way. Hornets are very similar to the Rockets. They play possession. They're not just going to kick the ball away for the sake of kicking it away. They want to retain possession through nice passing. That has typically been the Rockets' MO. Possession on the far side of the field. Rockets will get the kick. Nice deep kick. Rockets retain it in front of the goal, but then the Valley Center Hornets kick it out. Rockets are doing a good job keeping the ball on the Hornets side of the field. Be a Hornet throw in. Hornets on the attack. Rocket defense collapses on the attack and clears the ball out. Good defense by the Rockets. Moving it to midfield. Caden Davis has the ball. Passes it over. Does not receive the return pass. And the Hornets have the ball. Went for a pass down early on. A battle between the goalie and Valley, a couple of the Valley players and the Rockets. And the ball just does not come away. And the goalie comes out to take over and does a good job getting it. And Valley Center is playing a very physically tough game, and the Rockets have been able to match tough for tough this year, but Valley's definitely giving them a run for their money. Corner kick, a throw in. for Valley. Valley forward is trying to contend that there was a ball deflected off the goalie. The ref's going to give a goal kick to the Rockets. .32.5 minutes left to go in this game. Deep throw in. Rockets defend well. I don't know the Valley got anything out of that. For the West Regional, it looks like Rose Hill will be ranked number 1, followed by Independence, Classical School, Berean Academy, Topeka, Parvel, McPherson, Heston, and Buhler, Coffeyville, Trinity, and Winfield. Goes on a little bit further down from that. But no tournament seedings yet. In the East, you have Baldwin as the number 1 seed. Bishop Miege is the number 2 seed. Baldwin has been returning back to that top seeding, but don't take Bishop as being a number 2 seed to be a slight on them. They play a slightly harder schedule than many of the 4A schools. And a goal for the Rockets. Nice pass. And Jordy Kaba got his foot on it. And Cade Davis with the assist. It's going to make it 3-1. Caden with a nice pass to Jordy, and Jordy didn't waste any time with too many touches. He sent it right in, and this Rocket team tends to score in bunches. We'll see if that'll get them started tonight. Again, Valley ranked in the top 20 along with the Rockets, so you're seeing a good matchup amongst Kansas soccer teams, a good tune-up for the Rockets. And while it doesn't have an effect on their postseason, there is a mental effect if you can take out a team like Valley Center, especially on your home turf. Valley Center player on the ground, but the ref is going to say Rose Hill ball. Valley Center player is still a little slow to get up. And the ref is getting, it appears, between the players to make sure. And they're going to stop the clock. Rocket goalie going to take the kick. Clock goes again. We're under 30 minutes left to go in this game. Rockets down 1-3. If you're not typically a subscriber to our channel, you can click that subscribe button on YouTube. Keep aware of any Rocket happenings. We will continue live feeds of our sporting events. And tonight we'll have the middle school concert, which we recorded, and we'll upload it and stream it later on tonight. You can watch that. They did an outstanding job. High school choir also had their concert earlier this week. That was Tuesday. We'll be able to keep those events on the channel. Flacco with a nice shot across, just narrowly missed his target, and the goalie came out to get it, and we just could not convert on the far side. So it'll be a goal kick for the Rockets. But as we get into winter sports, we will try to broadcast as many home games as we can and along with all of your other kids' concerts and events. We've got a cross-country video on there as well. You can see how the cross-country team performs at Winfield. The high school team, a cheap shot by the Valley Center player. There's no other way to say it. He pushed Meyer down and then made sure he stayed down. So referee didn't see it. We caught it. So if we had instant replay, that would be helpful, but we don't. Cross-country team will be at regionals this Saturday in Buhler. Both the boys and the girls team hoping to move on to state. Top teams at a region will go on to state, and also the top performing runners, regardless of their team entry, can go on to state. We should have a few boys and a few girls that would be qualifier, at least on the edge of qualifying, in our teams, of course. So good luck to the cross-country teams. Another Valley Center player down. Clock is stopped at 27:42. Referee's calling for a trainer. A Rose Hill player down. I don't know if that's in sympathy or trying to make a statement. Now there's a second Valley Center player down. COVID tests will be distributed shortly. Looks like cramps of some kind. Injury applause. Valley Center will get the ball at about the 25-yard line on their side of the field. Rockets in red moving from left to right. Hornets in white moving right to left. Two really good teams. Hornets, by all accounts, outplayed the Rockets in the first half. Much more of an even setup here in the second half. The Rockets have scored a goal. They're down by 2 with 27.5 minutes left to go in the game. So as a friend of mine used to say, they need to get on their horse if they want to get back in this one. Good turnout by both fan bases tonight. Pass across the field, no call for offside. Brady's going to work the ball out of the corner, trying to get position for a goal. Tries to get inside. Valley Center deflects it. Brady's moving again to his right foot, then to his left. Goes to the middle, and we do not have anybody there. Rocket player down. The fans and the players are asking for a little bit of assistance from the Zebra, and they're not getting it. Our Zebras are in blue. That Zebras are reference to refereeing. Goal kick for Valley. You really would hate to see a game come down to a call from a referee when you have two quality teams going at it. But at some time, they're going to call the ball out of bounds. From my viewpoint, I couldn't see that it was out of bounds, but the referee is on the line, so we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Throw in for Valley. And the fans are letting them know their disapproval. There's a trip. Some miscues on passes tonight from what I can see. But it appears that position for position, Valley matches very well against Rose Hill, and vice versa. Game was 2-0 with just a couple minutes left in the second half, and Valley got a really quick goal in. Rose Hill with an indirect kick. Just Rose Hill not as sharp in getting their passes where they typically want them to go. Valley Center is going to get a kick at about the 35-yard line on the Rockets side of the field. Clock is going, and they are in no rush to get that ball in play. He's effectively drained about 20 seconds off the clock. Pass to the deep side. Header's no good. Be a goal kick for the Rockets with about 24 minutes left in the game. JV won the first game tonight pretty handily. Fans getting a little restless. I don't know if that's due to the refereeing or just the fact that they're struggling. Jax Kaba moving the ball to the middle. Still plenty of time for the Rockets to mount a comeback. Desperation passes will not be their friend. Caden gets it out of the middle. They push it on down to the front. Still in bounds. Pass to the middle. Flacco not able to convert anything on it. And here come the Hornets. Kind of a rough pass to his right, but he's there for it. And a goal for the Hornets. And you could feel the air suck out of the stadium tonight as the Rockets were playing a much cleaner half by all accounts, but still were not able to convert to another goal. And the Hornets get one. And it just goes to show you how quickly a team can score a goal. Even with a rough pass, the Hornets were able to get it in. Puts the Hornets up 4-1. 22 and a half minutes left to go in this game. See what the Rockets can do here. Again, Rockets probably should just be pushing for clean possessions here. A comeback is always exciting, but coughing up the ball like that in the pass is really not what they want to do right now. They get the ball back. Little extra curricular handwork going on. Hornets push it. Nice takeaway by the Rockets. Pass down the field to Brady. Brady crosses back over. And you got to believe the Valley Center scouting report on Brady Liebel is keep the ball away from his feet. So as soon as Brady gets near that ball, they are flooding toward him. It was an issue that met the Rockets at State last year. Wherever Brady went, there tended to be 2 or 3 players from Trinity with him. We do have other scoring options, but he is obviously a superstar of a player on this team, destined for Creighton. So we'll see. We'll see if our other Rockets can put together some offense for the rest of the night. A nice steal. Jax Kaba moving the ball, crossing over, stolen by the Hornets. Cleared out, moved to midfield. Hornets moving up to midfield, taken by the Rockets. Delayed whistle. 20 minutes left in the half. The timeout for shoes to be tied. Halfway through this second half, Rockets down 4-1. Rockets getting some good passing in, trying to move the ball down the field. Now, the Hornets are stacking up on defense. They will give the Rockets that middle part of the field for now. They're keeping one striker available at all times, and they're loading up their defense. And the strategy is as soon as the Rockets get to midfield, they converge on it and take it away. And there's that lone striker. He's going to try to outrun our defenders. So Hornets are not really looking for an offensive strategy in the second half unless they get a good breakaway. Ball is on the Rockets side of the field, so here come a couple of their forwards. But as soon as it's hit midfield, they've retreated back to a defensive mode. But the Rockets at this moment are struggling to get the ball. There we go. Nice pass to the front, no flag. Flacco, open shot, the left footer, and got it right through the uprights like he's done several times for the football team. And he is beating himself up right now. He had as open a shot as they're going to get all night. And he knows it. Great soccer player. He knows it. Dual sport athlete, been playing football. Speaking of which, our football team will be in Independence tomorrow night. 4-3 on the year, playing Independence. Should be at least a slight favorite over Independence. Hoping to go into postseason 5-3. Definite improvement on last year's product. Very potent offense. So those of you traveling to Independence, have fun. We have received a few questions. Do we broadcast travel games? No, we do not. That might be something we try to do in the future, but for this year, we're staying home at Rose Hill. Rockets at midfield. Hornets again, content to clog the midfield and on back to defense. They have at any moment 5 players playing back on defense. Unless they get a nice breakaway like right now. Well defended. Be a throw-in for the Rockets. Brady tried to sneak around and get it. Offside. Brady got the ball up to Jordy. And the Valley Center defenders, they saw what was going on and moved up just before the pass and caught Jordy in offside position. And Valley Center kick. Nice deep ball, eating up that clock. In this position, you're not really trying to eat the clock by the deep kick. It's just all the time it takes for the other team to work the ball back up the field, especially when they've defended the ball as well as Valley Center has tonight. Again, good tune-up for postseason. But I think the Rockets would definitely like to end on a high here for the regular season and for senior night. Rockets and Hornets battling, a good no call. Some referees react very quickly to a tumbling, but I think these guys are kind of keeping an eye on that. Rockets scored fairly early on in the half with a pass from Caden to Jordy, who he just angled the shot in like he was shooting a 8-ball. Oh. Went for a deep kick, and the header almost had heads collide there between the goalie, and I think that might have been Flacco. Valley Center working the ball. Going for a deep pass to the middle. Nice deflection, but our goalie made a nice save there, keeping the score 4-1. Just under 14 minutes left to go. This team scores in bunches, we know that, but they need to get a goal here probably before the 10-minute mark to make this game reasonable for them to try to get back into. And Valley Center's doing a good ball, just working the ball back and forth, playing keep away from the Rockets, picking their shots. And here comes Valley. Nice defense. For those of you that are fans of all things Rockets, don't forget later on tonight, we'll have the premiere of the middle school choir concert, which took place a couple hours ago. We can't really live stream two events at once, but we did record it, and we'll upload it. Be sure to jump to the end of the video when you want to hear the middle school's version of Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne. Live band did an amazing job with it, and we'll see if YouTube will permit permit it past the live play. Again, that concert was in our beautiful auditorium, which was renovated over the summer, working on perfecting our use of the sound and lights, but I think you'll find a lot there to enjoy. Middle school choir under Marty King, as always, does a great job. Rockets pushing it and went for a deep kick, and there was a handball. Handball right off of the defender's hand. I could see it from here, but they did not call it. I guess maybe I'm the only one who saw it because nobody's putting up too big a fight. Just over 11 minutes left to go in the game. Rocket down on the far side, holding his leg. Cannot see from here who it is. Take the camera off to give a little bit of privacy. All seems to be well. Valley Center will have the ball in front of their goal. Just over 11 minutes to go in this game. Rockets down 4-1 to Valley Center. Hornets, a top 20 school amongst all classes. Valley Center working the ball across the middle of the field. Nice pass. And a great save by the Rockets, by the Rocket goalie. And I'll tell you what, Valley Center's got a nice lethal combination of the passing and deflecting. That's what the Rockets scored on earlier from Caden to Jordy. But that quick deflection is lethal. There's a reason they have the good record they have. Valley Center is 11-2-2 on the year. Of course, the Rockets are 14-1. Their one loss came against Andover last week. Some good movement of the ball. Flacco in the corner. Gets a fake, takes the left footer, deflected off of Valley Center. And Valley Center is a tough draw on senior night, but I think it'll serve them well as they go to the playoffs. A good pass, but Ryland had it, but Valley watched it and read it. Nice defense by Meyer McNall, and they're going to need a lot of that. That aggressive defense as we hit under 9-minute mark. Rockets down by 3 with 8:45 left to go in the game. A much more evenly matched second half. Rockets came into the second half down by 3. Both teams have scored a goal. Throw in by Valley. Valley kick on the far side of the field. Nice defense. Be a throw in for Valley. No, they're going to give the throw in to the Rockets. A little bit of lightning off in the distance. Should make it to the end of the game. Rockets have the ball in defense, but Valley is just pushing. Ball will be awarded to the Rockets. They're going to claim a trip off of Valley Center Hornet. And we'll see what we can come up with here. They're going to award a throw in to Valley. Six and a half minutes left to go in the game. Rockets down by 3, and that comeback window is slowly closing. They've really got to produce a goal here very quick if they want to have a comeback. Otherwise, they'll just be playing to solidify their team. Throw it on the far side. And we hit the 6-minute mark in the game. Be a throw in for Valley. Kick out of bounds. Rockets will get a throw in. Throwing for the Rockets. I think Brady was a little annoyed. There was a man in blue right in front of him where he was trying to run. Errant pass. Getting a little windy here as the storm's starting to come in. Corner kick for Valley. They're going to take the corner on the far side. Lobs it up. Way overshot. And that should be a throw-in for the Rockets on the near side. So we've hit the 3.5-minute mark. Rockets down by 3. It would take a minor miracle for them to come back right now. Kind of wobbler and stopped by the goalie. Under 3 minutes to go. Goalie air mails it just past the logo. Throw in for the Rockets. Stopped by the Valley Center Hornets, but they do have a player who's being mindful to not be offside. It's 1-on-3, 1-on-4. Deep shot. And that ball just landed somewhere in Andover. Be a throw in for, a goal kick for the Rockets. Just under 2 minutes left to go. One and a half minutes left. And both teams have the look of two teams going through the motions. Valley Center player down. Clock stop with under a minute and a half left. Nothing about that play looks... Nothing about that play appeared to be provoking an injury. And he's jogging off. And we stopped play for that. So Valley gets a kick. And it rolled. And they got a goal. Our defense honestly just didn't move to the ball. And they assumed our goalie would get it. That makes the game 5-1, adding insult to injury. .48 seconds left in the game. I didn't see who scored it. Rockets with the kickoff, down by 4. And just a game they probably want to go to the locker room and act like didn't happen. Not a whole lot of positive to take from this game. Just not the Rocket team I think we're accustomed to watching. 15 seconds left. 5 seconds. Last minute Hail Mary, so to speak. And the Hornets beat the Rockets. These teams not able to play it last year because of weather, which weather's coming in right now. Rockets go down 5-1. We will linger a little bit longer. It is senior night. I know they'll want to come out and greet their families. So Rockets end their season with 2 losses, a loss to Andover and a loss to Valley Center. They will go ranked number 1 in the West in 4A. So they will host every game that they qualify for, and as long as they win, we'll keep hosting. Championship game will be at Stryker. So the Rockets have a lot they're going to want to talk about tonight. Thank you for watching. And as soon as we know what games to look forward to, we'll have them for you. Thank you for watching.